Today we have a special guest that was a first-time cruiser and a first-time Virgin Voyager. And he is going to tell us all about his food experience because you know what? He's a foodie and he knows about food. So stay tuned and listen to his experience about all of Virgin's food and being a first-time cruiser in Virgin Voyager. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. Today, I have a special guest that I'm super excited about because first and foremost, we partnered with him and we sent him on a fabulous Virgin cruise. And not only was it his first Virgin cruise, it was actually his first cruise ever. So I am excited to introduce to you Marcus Stone. Woohoo! Yeah, all the sound effects, all the things. Oh my gosh.
What's going on, Samantha?
Yay! Thanks for joining. I cannot wait to hear about your cruise. Like, super excited about it.
You know, they came up with a nickname for me. They called me Extra Virgin.
Really? Oh, I love that.
Virgin.
Was that the Solos that called you Extra?
Yeah, it was my first cruise ever and on a Virgin cruise. So I was an Extra Virgin. I thought it was a drink they were talking about, but they were talking about me.
They were talking about you. I love that. That's awesome. Perfect.
I loved it.
Oh my gosh. Well, we can't wait to hear about it. So tell me all about you first and foremost. Let's talk about you and why I picked you. Well, we all know why I picked you. Your personality is amazing. And if anybody followed me, he actually did an Instagram takeover and I was howling the whole time. So I will have to tell you, I was dying. So anyways, but tell me a little bit about you, how you got started, what it is that you do and all your Instagram, handles and all that goodness.
So I'm Marcus. I also go by Traveling Foodie Guyde, which is where you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. And I had this crazy idea about 4 years ago that I wanted to start documenting my travel journeys of traveling all over the world and trying different food and all these crazy experiences because everybody that knew me in person knew I had a good personality or whatnot. But, for the masses that didn't know me, this was my introduction to the world. So I was already traveling and I just was never recording anything. I'm a photographer, so I was just taking pictures everywhere I went. And so once I decided to start video documenting my journey and putting it on social media, the followers just started to come. I mean, I've been this way my whole life. Like what people see right now, I've been this way since I was a kid. I love living life. I'm very positive. I'm very optimistic. But growing my brand 4 years ago was something I never thought in a million years that I would end up doing it. I was just I'm recording my life and putting it out to the world. And here comes all the followers and the brands, and they want me to represent them and stuff like that. And so when we met and we did our Zoom call, I believe it was a perfect fit. And it was time for me to embark on my first cruise ever.
I know, I love
boy,
that.
am I glad. I'm ready to book the next one.
I know. So that made me so happy to see, honestly, because I was like, I kept telling you before you left, I was like, you're going to love this. You're going to love it. And the look on your face was kind of like, you were like, yeah, I think so. Like you were super cute about it. You were like, all right, sure, whatever. But then as the time went on and I was following you on Instagram, I was like, oh, he loves this. I was right. I knew it.
Right away. I mean, literally from the moment I got on the cruise, there's only one little bit. So I get on the cruise. Listen to this.
I just told the whole story about you just because of this.
Yeah. So, we don't read, they send you all those emails. You ain't reading all those emails. So I get on a cruise. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm on my first cruise. I'm in the room. I'm like, okay, chic, nice, feng shui, demure. Okay. And my phone ring in my room. I'm like, who calling me?
Yeah.
Listen, Mr. Marcus, this is security. We need you to come. Why y'all need me to go to security? I didn't do nothing. I go to security and they like, yeah, you brought something on board that you wasn't supposed to. So I go to my little memory bank. I'm like, what could I have? Nope, it wasn't that. I left that at home. Yeah. They pulled out an extension cord on me. They said, I said, what? I said, I got all these cameras and GoPros and DJI and this and that and phones and laptop, iPad. How am I supposed to charge all this? Well, apparently they got chargers, USBs, and all the plug. I figured out they got enough chargers and USBs in that room where I was good.
It is so true. It's the funniest thing. People don't think though, because the extension cord seems harmless, honestly.
Yeah, but I heard it was some like fire. I mean, it's a reason for everything, right? It's a reason for an extension cord.
Yeah.
Somebody must have plugged in too many hair dryers and all that kind of stuff.
So I was going to tell you. So Kelly's my travel partner that I go with majority of the time. She works with me as well, and is on the podcast a lot. Well, she and I were both blow drying her hair in one of the suites, the junior suite. It's like a junior suite, but it's called the Sirius suite. And we were both doing it at the same time, and boom, we blew the fuse.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they probably are like, no more of this. Like nobody's allowed an extension.
I knew it was the reason for everything. I didn't fight it. The sad part about it is I didn't even get it when I left. I mean, I got it off of Amazon. It was inexpensive. It came in a 2-pack. It wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I didn't even pick it up when I left.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know that's the hardest part, right? But I just did a whole podcast on it because of you. And it was hysterical because when I was going through your stories and you were like, I got called to security. I knew immediately what it was. I was like, ooh, did he end up bringing the drone? I was like, maybe he brought the drone and they confiscated that. And then I'm like, nope, I bet it was the extension cord.
It was the extension cord.
Oh my gosh, I was dying.
They had it on the X-ray. They showed me pictures of it on the X-ray. I'm like, I don't need to see the pictures. I know what I brought in now.
They showed you pictures. That's even better. Yeah. Oh my god!
But I was thinking all the way from the room to the security, like, what could I have possibly done? Because this is what they said on the phone. Yes, we need you to come to security because there is a prohibited item in your luggage. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm walking down. You know, it's a ship. It's so I got the long walk of shame. Like, what did I bring? What could they do?
Yeah.
And I get there, and they should pull him. Mr. Stone, come over here. Let us show you. You see that's the extension cord. Yeah, you can't have that. I said, man, y'all had me thinking somebody that snuck something in my suitcase.
Yeah, seriously. You're like, oh my gosh, this is a movie. You're like, this is a movie. Someone stuck something in there. Oh my gosh, how funny. Well, anyways, it started out a little different. But then, so what did you do when you first got on board?
When I first got on board, they did the champagne toast.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you upgraded me to Rockstar Elite status. And everybody was wondering how I got a black band and they had a gray band and they was jealous of me. I was like, you ain't got one of these. You can't get into Richards. What was the name of it? Richards
Rooftop. Yeah,
you can't get into Richards Rooftop. I can't. Everybody kept wondering, who's this guy in Richards Rooftop? But no, so as soon as we got there, they brought us to do the champagne toast. And then I don't drink, so I didn't really partake in it. I pretended, but
you pretend, because you do have to. You should, toast.
Yeah.
A safe passage is what they say.
So then I got there, and then I immediately sat next to a couple, and they were just like, "Yeah, this is our 4th Virgin." We just started talking and hitting it off. They gave me some tips. I started booking restaurants right there on the spot because they say you got to wait till you get on board with the Wi-Fi. Yeah. So I just started booking and everything. And then after that, I had to go to the little area where if it's an emergency, this is where we're going to meet up at.
Yes.
So I did that. And then I got to the room and I walked through. I was like, okay, this is like, I heard stories about cruise rooms. So I thought it was going to be like a jail cell, a little 3x5. But I walked in, I was like, ooh, this is spacious. I can get some steps in here. The balcony, the hammock. I was like, oh, I get to see the ocean. People are like, don't get the room in the middle where you ain't got no windows. It's gonna be So the room was I was pleasant. Like, first impressions, great. Love it.
Good. Well, we hooked you up, but he was in a sea terrace. If everybody wants to know, he was in a sea terrace, and I don't think it was central. I think it was regular sea terrace, which is fine. It's just location, but I can't remember exactly where you were. But he was in a sea terrace, so he had a hammock and everything. Did you end up using the hammock? So that's what Virgin's known for, is this hammock. People are like, we love this hammock. We have to have a hammock. Like, that's what people say to me all the time.
I don't even know if I should tell you this story, but. So I saw the hammock and I was like, all right, let me go ahead and test this hammock out. I got a little bit too comfortable in that hammock.
I'm sure you did.
And my legs started tingling. I was like a banana in the hammock. I was like, at first I was like, ooh, this is a good stretch, because I'm over 40. Stretching is important. Yeah. Stretch. And I just indulged in it a little bit too much to where my legs started tingling a little bit. I was like, all right, it's time to get out of here. You thought I was fighting with that hammock to try to get out of that hammock. I was how you get out this my feet still tingling, and I'm like, I'm hoping the next door neighbor's not hearing me. I'm like,
Yeah, if you
like, this dude just got on the boat. What he doing? Who he fighting with?
Oh
I
my
could
God.
not get out of that hammock. I finally got out. It was, you'd have thought I had a fight. I was sweating. It was hot in Miami.
Yes.
But yeah, it was good.
If you get all the way in, like you said, 100% you can get stuck in there. That is for sure. I've fallen asleep many a time in there and like wondered if the birds were going to come and, you know, think I was their breakfast in the morning. I was like, it's time to go to bed before the birds think I'm their breakfast. So
it was a good time. Awesome. That was my first and last time getting in the hammock, though.
Was it really? Oh, that's so funny.
After our fight, we had to break up. I had to get a divorce.
That's funny. He was like, "You're pretty and all, but no."
Yeah, she was cute, red, real good for a little bit of time, relaxing. But then it's like time tells all. You start getting on my nerves now. My feet tingling. I can't move. It's a struggle to get out the house.
That's funny. It's so funny. I love it. Well, I'm glad to see that you actually tried the hammock, but did you go to any of the solo events? So actually Marcus sailed solo for everyone. And I did tell him before, hey, there will be, they should invite you to solo events, or you, if you don't get invited was there something in your room? Cause I did mention there might be something that says you were solo in your room.
Yeah. So they gave me an invitation to the solo and I went there. And since we being full blown transparent on this, at first it was giving AA vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Like I went.
I'm sure.
I was one of the first people. I'm very punctual, you know. So I get there and then people start coming in and they're like, all right, we're gonna get started. We're gonna who are you? Where you from? What do you do? This and that, blah, blah. And it came and like, hi, I'm Marcus. Everybody's like, hi, Marcus. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And man, it was this one lady. I don't know why this lady went to the solo thing. This lady was like, this is my 26th cruise Virgin Voyage.
Oh my gosh.
And like people was asking questions to the employees, but she would hop in and answer the questions before they would. Like I swore this girl was like an undercover Virgin agent. This girl knew everything about everything.
Oh my gosh. That'd be me going to the solo thing, but I don't think I wouldn't pop in. That's not me. I wouldn't interrupt people to be like,
it was cool though. Like I kept seeing the solo people around, you know, different events and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, that's the nice part because then you're like, oh, they're solo.
Yeah, so, like, what's up, solo twin?
What's up, solo? You know what's funny? I've always said that I should sail solo because I've never sailed solo. I've always sailed with somebody, and so I feel like I should just experience it and kind of be able to talk about it, but and go to the solo things just because.
This is what I will tell you. Even though I traveled solo, I'm such an extrovert. I never felt solo.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And the crazy thing is, a couple of my followers were on the cruise with me too.
I know, that was so cool when I saw that you saw them. That's awesome.
Yeah, one of my followers, they sent me a message. They sent me a DM. They said, "Hey, Foodie, we on the same cruise." I looked at their stories. I was like, "There's like, come meet us." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I don't know if I want to come meet y'all because y'all been having too much fun based on your stories, and I'm about having fun, but y'all ready your whole life for this part, so I'm gonna just let y'all do y'all thing, and I'm gonna be over here doing my thing, and we just don't. But it was nice
nice to see you. That's funny. That's awesome. That's cool when you see people that or hear that people they follow you are on there. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was real cool. A couple of my followers, like we did videos together, and I gained a few followers too. I met a lot of people. They kept seeing me recording content, curious about who I am, what I do, stuff like that. Show them my work. They're like, that's awesome, man. People live close too. Like I met some people from Ohio. Yeah. Met some people from Dallas. Met some people in Florida. I met some restaurant owners. I met some people who a few restaurant owners I met out there, which was really awesome. And when I showed them what I did, they were like, "Yeah, you got to come to our place and review our place." And so, yeah, it was great. It was good.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I love to hear that. Well, let's get down to the food. The good, bad, and the ugly. Here we go.
Yeah, we gonna Listen, when it comes to the food, we're going to talk about everything because I was told that when it came to food, the cruises, Virgin was the foodie cruise.
Yep.
And now that I've experienced it for the first time, I don't have anything to compare it to, but everybody I talked to on the ship and everybody that has been hands down top 10 will recommend.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I love that. You know, it's so funny. I honestly feel like I should send you on another cruise and then see you be like, come back and be like, oh, you're
Yeah. I met a
there's
lot of
no
people on the cruise that was like, you know, we've been to the other competitors and stuff like that, but when it comes
yeah.
to the food and like the experiences, hands down, Virgin is where it's at. I look at some of the comments on some of the reels that I posted, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, you did your first cruise with Virgin. You started at the top.
You did.
There's nowhere else to go now."
There is there is nowhere else to go. That is very true.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Okay, cool. So tell me what, first of all, what was your favorite? So you experienced all of it. Let's do sit down. Like, what was your favorite sit down?
Sit down. Let's see. I got my little list right here because you know I'm a foodie. I eat for a living. I go to so many restaurants. Sit down. I really think that I like the wake.
Ooh, I think I saw that.
Ambiance of the wake. Like, I remember when I was filming my content, I sat by a window that had perfect lighting, and it had those little gold balls on the ceiling and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this looked like I'm in like a Michelin star restaurant in here. Like, I like it. I went to the wake for breakfast.
Brunch too. Oh, breakfast.
And brunch, yeah. It was, oh man, that steak and egg. So like, as far as ambiance and stuff like that, I really like the wake.
Good. Well, that's awesome. And then what about if it wasn't sit down? Because I know there's so many other eateries around. I know you loved the galley. Was it something in the galley, or was it like the dock or something like that? Food, or what was your favorite out of those?
You know, I hit up the galley several times.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Several times. And man, they had a mean cheeseburger in the galley. That was
the cheeseburger. So good.
It is, and the fries was really good. See, you know, they put the extra layer of crispy flaky on the fries, and they serve them up hot and fresh. That was like my go-to guilty pleasure. Like, if I was just like, I'm hungry, I'm going to the galley and I'm getting that burger. That burger was really good. I also had there's that panini place all the way at the end, so and I had me a PB&J panini. And let me tell you, that brought back memories right there of like growing up in the hood, eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But I'm like, this is elevated. Like, it is elevated. Just white bread, peanut butter and jelly. No. They toasted with the panini lines and it's crispy. I was like, okay, I love this.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that you had that. Did you try the French toast burger?
I did try the French toast burger because the dude next to me, I looked over at his plate. I said, where you get that from? And I went over there immediately and got that French toast burger. I was like, I ain't never seen that before. Where did you get that from? I need it in my body ASAP.
Yeah. What'd you think about that? Did you like it?
Yeah, but you know, I had to preserve some of my sexiness. You know, I couldn't go all crazy. Oh, my kangaroo pouch, I couldn't have it on the cruise being inflated. You know what I mean? So there's times where I can overindulge, but then there's times I'm like, come on, you know the scale ain't gonna like you for this. So exactly. balance it out. But it was good. I took like maybe 2 or 3 bites of it just to say I had it and taste it and stuff. But man, I felt like being a cookie monster though. I wanted to eat that whole thing, just shove it all in my mouth. But
I've actually never had it. People keep going, you gotta try it. So I should do it one day. Just try, like you said, just take a couple bites of it and try it because everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. So then, did you try the dock? Because the dock is huge. So that's where the skewers were. It's on deck 7. It's above the wake. It's back there in the wake. It had skewers of shrimp and.
No, I didn't try that.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't try that.
That's
you
more reason for me to come back, though.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I love that. So you had the wake. What was do you know what your favorite? Do you remember what your favorite dish was?
Oh, the steak and eggs.
Oh, steak and
eggs. It was so good. The table next to me, I heard them say, I'm listening, my radar. They were like, oh my gosh, this is the best brioche French toast I've ever had in my entire life. I tasted it and I was like, it's cool. Y'all need to travel more, but it's cool. Yeah.
I don't love the brioche French toast either, actually.
Yeah, it was like, but you know, they set that expectation up. So I'm just sitting there filming my content, got my steak and eggs. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to devour this. And they're like, oh my gosh, this brioche French toast is amazing. It's the best I've ever had. So now I'm excited, like, sir, could you please bring the brioche French toast over next, right? So they bring it over and I'm like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I eat for a living, so I've had 50 different French toasters,
I get it. I don't love it either. I will say steak and eggs always. So afternoon at the wake, which a lot of people don't know, but afternoon meaning not like 1, 2, 3, meaning afternoon, the actual time, 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
after 12 o'clock, you can get a filet with your steak and eggs. It won't be, because I think it's the strip steak. Or
Yeah, strip for breakfast.
Is it strip? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So afternoon, you get the filet, and it's so good. Oh, I do love going afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes at 11:30, I beg them to give it to me. I'm like, it's just 11:30.
They're very when it comes to their hospitality, they're very good in forms of that. I went to the pizza place too.
Yeah, you had the pizza
place, and I didn't pay attention to the time. I got there a little bit early, and they were very accommodating.
Oh,
and I met I met an amazing employee. She was from Zimbabwe.
Mm-mm.
And she was awesome. And I got to learn about like how they work on a cruise ship for 6 to 8 months at a time.
Yeah.
7 days a week. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
7 days a week, I know.
And then they're like, we get 2 months off, and then this and I like I said, I talk to any and everybody. It don't matter who you are. I just want to learn and everything. So it was really cool to learn about the employees. And it's like Disney World. Like, I don't know what Virgin did. I don't know what they put in the Kool-Aid when they hire people to say, hey, welcome to Virgin, drink this Kool-Aid. But everybody drinks the Kool-Aid, and they are 1,000,000% bought in. These people love their jobs.
Yeah, they do.
They have amazing. So there's people that's like, oh, I have to be good and I have to give good customer service because of my job description. These people like, no, this is my way of life. Even when I clock out, I'm still like this. Like, the people were awesome. Shout out to your employees.
Oh, I love to hear that, because I have been reading lately on the internet. So a lot of Virgin's been going through a lot of changes. And I've been reading on the internet that they're like, the experience on board isn't that great anymore. And I was like, and I don't know if it's just me, because obviously I know everybody when I go on board. So, it's a completely different experience if you're, and please forgive me for saying this, but someone brand new like you versus someone like me who I know literally everybody on board. So I love to hear that you said, that they were so great and so wonderful, and that, that they were it was a great experience, because I keep hearing that and I'm like, oh, but none of my clients are really reporting back that it's changed too much. I just read it online.
I don't have anything to compare it to. It's just my experience. And if
you think they were wonderful, I mean, good and bad customer service. But I will say that Branson, and that's a testament to Richard Branson, whom I don't know how much you know about him or his company, but Virgin Records. Richard Branson owns Virgin Records, and he owns Virgin Atlantic as well as Virgin Voyages. And he is very, very big on making sure that all of his crew and employees feel welcome and appreciated. And, he feels if you put into the crew, then you get back what you put in, is basically what he thinks. So I love that about him.
I felt it every step of the way. It didn't matter if it was the people that was coming in the room to change the sheets. It didn't matter if it was the people collecting the towels, the bartender. It didn't matter who it was. Every encounter felt like it was above and beyond. Like, there was, I couldn't figure out where some place was. And, and I love this because I learned this a long time ago. Instead of like pointing, say, hey, where's this at? Hey, it's over there. Go down the hall, make it right. No, they will walk you over there down the hall on the right, right there, walk back. Like that. That is top tier guest experience right there.
I love that. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that. So I did also say, I want to touch the one thing that obviously everybody, the one restaurant, because I think we sent you there like literally on the first night, the one restaurant that everyone says is a foodie restaurant and you've got to be a foodie. So it's very controversial, this test kitchen. You went to the test kitchen, right? The first night, if I remember correctly.
First night in the test kitchen. Yeah.
It's very controversial because first and foremost, the plates are small, as you did mention, and we can talk about that. Also, it's like creative and eccentric and just different, what people aren't used to, right? You get a menu and it literally says one word: mushroom, chicken, scallops, like whatever it may be. That's all you know until the dish comes, and then they do a full explanation of it, which I think is a really cool thing. But it's also, it used to be too that people didn't love it was because it was a very long experience. So I'd like to hear, how long yours was and all that stuff. So tell me all about the test kitchen from a foodie perspective.
All right. So because I've been to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of restaurants, there wasn't anything necessarily like overly surprising me about it. It reminded me of like a fine dining Michelin star experience where it's like a multiple course. Now, the average person that hasn't gone to a lot of restaurants, when you hear like a 6 course meal. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave here stuffed. They're gonna be bringing so much food. Until you realize they're all fine dining portions.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is I had some great neighbors to my, like I was on the edge. So I had great neighbors to my right. And we were just talking the whole time. And then there was another couple to the right of them. And all 5 of us, I'm the 5th wheel, right? Because we all just talking and having fun in between bringing the dishes out and everything. But the best way I can describe it again is like a fine dining, elevated Michelin star experience where the chef gets really creative. They take simple ingredients, but they throw their creativity on top of it. And so like they'll bring out like you said, one word, mushroom. And you looking at them making the mushrooms over there, and then they bring it out to you like, ooh, presentation is a 10. Okay, let's see how it tastes because this is a little, very small little, and you taste it and it's like mushroom puree. And it's like, wait a minute, how did you make it look like you added the contrast with the darkness and the light to it? But like, this is supposed to be a mushroom. Mushrooms are solid, but this is like a pudding when I put my spoon in. Like, how did you do that?
It's so good. I love the mushroom. So you had the mushroom mix. You have menu A then, because there's 3 menus, and you had menu A. Okay.
And every single dish added, the presentation was definitely on point. And to make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those and keep that consistency with that presentation was on point. To see the chef's creativity and how they take a simple idea and make it extravagant, it was just mind blowing. Test Kitchen, that was a great introduction to saying, hey, we're going to elevate this food game when it comes to Virgin Voyages. That was like a good first representation of that.
Yeah.
But,
go ahead.
But you will leave hungry. So it would make sense if you go there before or after, go get something else to eat either before or after you go there, because you will leave hungry. If you got a big appetite, you've been on this American diet for the past 20, 30, 40 years, go get you something before or go get you something after. Because we all decided like, yo, this is nice, fancy, demure, but we going to the galley after this. We're going to get a smash burger or something.
A smash burger. Oh my gosh, it's so true. So Kelly loves that restaurant. She drags me to it. I'm not a big, I think I told you this before, I'm so simple in my food. I like, chicken fingers and French fries and I'm happy, steak and eggs and I'm happy, meat and potatoes and I'm good. Yeah. But so Test Kitchen is a little bit much for me, although it has grown on me immensely and I will eat there now way more than I would before. Afterwards, you definitely walk away and go, okay, I think I might need something else to eat.
Yeah.
But I will say they will give you extra, like of the main meal or any meal that you want. And you can, just to mention, you can switch. If you see the veggie menu and you're like, I kind of want to try some of these veggie, options, they'll let you try that as well with your other course.
Yeah, so my neighbors to the right of me, good friends that I met there, his wife had the vegetarian dish and she was sharing some of it with me. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good part. I love that. So they will let you do that. So I'm actually allergic to shellfish, so I have to tell them I'll take this one instead on the veggie menu, and they do. They bring it out and all that stuff. So, but I will tell you that what you experienced, and a lot of people don't understand this, is you don't get that on a cruise ship. Like even, I'm going to name other cruise lines. I've been on Royal, I've been on MSC, I've been on Disney. That experience where it's completely feels like you said, a Michelin star restaurant where it's that creative and that different does not happen on any other cruise line. Now they may have some on this new ships that I have not been on yet, but majority of the time, it's the same stuff, just the bigger ship. That's usually how most cruise lines do it. But
the comment section says that from everybody that has done all the homework for us. Like I saw so many, because I've already posted 2 reels. I'm gonna do another one as well for the
I haven't seen it. I gotta see it. Okay.
But the comments where people were like, yeah, we've been to the other ones, and if we're talking food and just like having a great time, it's gonna be hard in the future. Yeah. Like I don't even know if I want to venture out now. You know what I mean?
You probably shouldn't, and you miss some of the good stuff too. So you got to go. So where did you eat? Tell me what you ate. Like all the little things you ate, because I know you ate in all the restaurants. So you ate at EV. You ate at the Wake. You ate at Did you eat at Gumby?
No, because it was 5 days, but 6 restaurants. So I
Okay,
could only
yeah, so
do
you didn't
5
make it to come
because
back.
it's dinner only. But
Yeah.
again, more reason to go.
Back.
Yeah.
You gotta go with me this
In
time.
the galley, I had the burger. I had the diner place that had the all-day breakfast. The little pastry and fruit place that was right next to it was
Yeah.
really good. I hit them up a little. You know, my excuse was I'm gonna get a few of these pastries, but I'm gonna balance it out with some of this fresh fruit too. That was my
That's
way of
awesome.
doing it. I did not try the ramen place or the taco place because my timing was off. It was like every time it was like an intermission or something like that with the taco place. I wanted to try them so bad. But it needs more reason to go back. I didn't try any of the sushi because everything else was just so good, and I was just like, on day one, I knew I was going to be doing another cruise again. So I'm like,
so you're like, I'll just won't try it all.
Yeah.
then I have something to come back to. Did you go to the social club at all, where they had the popcorn and the
went to the
wings?
social club a few times, yes. And
what'd you eat there?
I cannot remember honestly.
Okay. Did you have the popcorn though? Remember I told you the popcorn's like, did you like it or do you think I was crazy?
It was cool. It was cool.
See, I knew it. I knew it. Remember when I told you? I was like, you're probably gonna be like, Samantha, this is just regular popcorn. I love it. I
grew up on Garrett's in Chicago, which is acclaimed to be some of the best in the world.
Okay, I've never had that. All right, so yeah, so that's a thing. You know, I'm only going by this popcorn that I'm like, oh, it's so good, and you see everyone shoveling it in too. I'm not the only one, so that's good.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
So in random, okay, so did you do anything? I know you got off. Tell me what you thought of Grand Turk and what did you do in Grand Turk and then Bimini too?
So Grand Turk reminded me, I'm just going to be super transparent. It reminded me of why I love adventure more than islandy type vibes. So when I got off at Grand Turk, it immediately gave me like I went to the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana one time, and it was like giving that kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Like you had your like restaurant bars, you had the music on where everybody was line dancing and stuff like that. You had your beach chairs where everybody's laying out, getting their tan on. I come pre-equipped with an automatic tan, so I'm pretty good on that. And then, you know, tons of places to shop. Like crazy enough, I did a lot of shopping. So with my experiences, I've done a lot of jet skiing. I've done a lot of parasailing. I've done the banana boats. Like I've done a lot of that stuff already. And I'm the type of person that's always looking for like a new type of adventure. So there were those capabilities. I saw people out on the jet skis. I saw the parasailing. I saw the banana boats and stuff like that. But it's just, I've done a lot of that stuff. I've done ATV.
I get it.
Like that. So
no, I totally get it. 100%. And that's the thing with the Caribbean. One of the things I say all the time, and no shade to anybody who does it all the time, because clearly I do, is that literally the Caribbean's the same. Doesn't matter what island you go to, it's all the same. And everyone's like, well, what do you think about this island? And I'm like, it's the same as every other island, but totally the same. And everyone's like, no, it's not. It's like, I'm like, okay. But I agree with you 1000%. I say that all the time. And so it's funny you say that. I haven't done a European cruise in a while, and I just got off of one 3 weeks ago. And I had said to Kelly before we went on it, I said, don't forget, we can't party as much on this cruise. I said, because we're actually doing things. So in the Caribbean, this is going to sound terrible, but in the Caribbean,
I know where you're going.
You just chill on the beach, right? So you can party as much as you want. Like,
wave
who cares?
Pools and lazy rivers and all that.
Exactly. You just get up, go to the beach, go hang out in the water, whatever. But when you're in the Med and you're over there in Europe and stuff, I mean, you're seeing things. You're going an adventure, like you said, adventure. So I totally agree with you on that. So that's funny you said that. Did you end up getting off at Bimini?
I didn't. And that was like a red flag because Bimini was towards the end.
Yeah, it is. It's last.
I had done so much, and let me tell you, Scarlet Night.
That's right. Really go back to Scarlet Night. I forgot. You fell in love. That's where you fell in love.
Yeah, that's when I fell in love. And I was just like, we had way too much fun on Scarlet Night. I didn't think that, somebody pre-warned me, that person I told you that knew all the answers. Yeah. They're like, yeah. And me, I like the element of surprise. I don't like people telling me what's about to come. So, but they told me, I was like, yeah, it's going to be music. It's going to be this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then everybody's gonna jump in the pool with their clothes on. And me, I'm like, jump in the pool with their clothes on.
What's wrong with these people?
And I'm looking around and everybody got on nice red suits and red dresses. And I'm like, ooh, they look like they got that from Macy's and they gonna jump in the water with that?
It's a vibe.
And let me tell you, when they start splashing us, at first I was like, who you splashing, employee? I splash you back. They're like, no, come on in. And I was like, come on in. You talking about me getting food? They're like, yeah. Did you watch the story time video that I did when I was talking about Scarlet Night?
I think I started it and you said something about, I don't know if I watched the whole thing, but when you said you jumped in, I was like, you did. I was so proud of you, but I'm pretty sure maybe I watched the whole thing. Shoot.
No, you will remember if you watch the whole thing because
but you kept saying something about like there was, what did you say? The oil in the
the P. Diddy baby oil.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't remember what it was, and I was dying. I was like, what's he talking about? Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It was a euphoric feeling. I was like, man, I don't know what they put in this water, but when they start splashing us with that water, some of that water got on my lip. I was like, it must have some P. Diddy baby oil in this water because I'm out there, I'm jumping in the water with my clothes. I had never thought in a million years I was gonna jump in some water with my clothes on, wearing all because you know P. Diddy parties, it was all red parties. You look around the ship, you like everybody wearing red. The music is going. I'm like, poop, the oil touched my lip. I'm feeling it.
You're in. Oh my gosh, that makes me laugh. That's
that was the absolute best part of it for me. So here's why it was the best. Immediately when I jump in there is a lady next to me and she says, I need video footage of me jumping in the deep end of this water. And I said, huh? Okay, I'm feeling it too. And I'm like, she's like, you got me? I'm like, I got you. She's like, you got me? I'm like, I got you. She's like, let's do it. I'm like, let's do it. And bear in mind, there's no alcohol in my system right now.
I know, that's the part that cracks me up, but it's so true. It's so true.
But listen, Linda, listen. I forgot the fact that I got these expensive Ray-Ban Meta glasses on. Oh, I got my iPhone 17 Pro, you know, this freaking $1,300 phone and these expensive glasses. And we jump, we go, blue. And I recorded the whole thing. The glasses goes underwater, the phone goes in the water. I didn't realize till a minute later that I lost my hat. The music is going, we fist pumping. I'm recording people all in the video behind me going, like it was crazy. But through the graces of God, I was like, I lost my hat. I love that hat. I had that hat so long. At the end of the night, when it was time to go to the after party, I look over by the pool and somebody sat my hat on the side of the pool. And I found the thing ever.
That's awesome. That's the best. I love that. I love that story. And when I watched that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you experienced it. And I'm so glad that you loved it. Because I will say I'm going on my 49th cruise. Oh gosh, when does it leave? It leaves January 2nd. And then I do my 50th for our top 100 cruise. I did that on purpose. But I will say Scarlet Night, I've been through every vibe of Scarlet Night, and literally it is my favorite party because of the fact that it's just such a vibe and it's so much fun. It's just so much fun. And I love that you experienced it and loved it like that.
My absolute best part about this was that at first I'm not going to say intimidated, but at first I was like, are people going to be judgy? Because, you know, there's people in there fancy. They got on full blown suits and dresses, and everybody's like, you know, doing it up big, and they got pajama night and this and that. And you're going to a Michelin star restaurant, and I'm like, I'm Marcus from the South Side of Chicago. You know, I'm gonna show up as is. I'm gonna be
Nobody cares.
And I was wondering if like people gonna be judgy. Let me tell you, I showed up to Scarlet Night with a red Michael Jordan jersey, Bulls jersey on, and nobody gave me any weird looks or anything like that. I went to the test kitchen and like a hoodie or something like that. A Michelin, and everybody was just like normal. It's like everybody is just free to be themselves, no judgment. Everybody's just there for positive fun, relaxation, and everything. And that's the best thing I loved about it. If you were in a suit, a bathing suit, pajamas, it didn't matter. Like nobody cared about anything. You were just there. The staff did. It was perfect.
Yeah, that's one of my things that I love about it. And I try to tell everyone, don't worry about what you wear. Nobody cares. Everyone just wants you to just be who you are and just be happy and enjoy the moment. And that's also one of Richard Branson's really big things, is that he really just wants you to be who you are, not be anybody but you. And if you want to come to dinner, and like you said, I think I told you that one time I went to dinner in a jean jacket and a hat into the nicest into the wake, which makes me feel like, oh gosh, I should not be wearing this baseball cap. I'm in a jean jacket. The lady next to me is in a dress and I didn't even change. But it was just the way that the day went, because it was the first day that we got on board. So we probably had to meet people and do whatever we needed to do. So I just ended up there like that. And I was like, Kelly, I feel really out of place. But nobody cared. Nobody was like, it was only me that cared. Only me being, nobody else cared. Nobody could care.
It's a true definition of like no judgment zone. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter if you were young, old, rich, poor, suited and booted, or slumming it. Like it just didn't matter. People, and it's not like they would go out of your way to avoid you if you didn't look like they know. They encouraged it. You see somebody in a suit talking to somebody in pajamas, and you see somebody in a bikini talking to somebody in a fancy dress, and it just didn't matter. Everybody was just themselves and loving it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I always say though about the vibe with when you put adults at sea. I know that sounds like, cheeky and whatever. It changes everything when there's no kids around, because everyone will talk to anyone and everyone's just having a good time. They're just there to have fun, and that's what it is. And nobody is there to judge anybody. They're just there to have fun.
Amen, sister. Hallelujah.
I know. I love it. Well, I'm so glad that you had the best time. That makes my heart happy. And I love hearing what you thought about the food and all that stuff. But we're going to wrap this up because I think we've been talking for a while, which is awesome. But we're going to give away something, right? Or we've got a fabulous deal, don't we?
Absolutely. I mean, here's the deal. All right. So whether you've been on a cruise before, never been on a cruise before, just the slight bit curious, you're going to be able to see this Instagram reel and TikTok of me just highlighting what my experience was like on my first cruise. And the cool part about it is on Instagram, we're doing a giveaway to whereas if you comment the word cruise, you're going to get a link to where you can get up to $350 of sailor bucks to use on board. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, because there's so much stuff you can do with the sailor bucks. So see what it was like traveling Foodie Guyde's first cruise experience. And if it looks like something that you can say, you know what, or maybe you've never tried Virgin before, you say, hey, I want to try Virgin, and you're going to be able to go through Samantha Fabulous Adventures. She did a phenomenal job of making sure this itinerary was all taken care of for you, boy, and made it seamless and easy. And you're going to be able to do some of those same experiences that Traveling Foodie Guyde did. But you're going to get some extra sailor bucks, up to $350, depending on which cruise you do. All you have to do is comment the word cruise when you see the Instagram reel, and I'll just DM it right to you. So we start your cruising off, saving some money.
Woohoo! We love it. So where do they find your reel? Tell us again.
Hop on over to Instagram if you haven't already and give me a follow, Traveling Foodie Guyde, Guyde, because I'm your go-to guy for food, travel, and fun. And give your boy a follow. I'm also on TikTok if that's your choice as well. But the giveaway will be on Instagram, though. You should expect to see that within the next. Well, this podcast is going to air a little bit later, but if you see it, comment cruise, and we're going to get you entered for a chance to win that up to $350 of sailor bucks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next time we got to get you on a med, so you can,
get me where?
On a med cruise.
What's that?
That's in Europe, Mediterranean.
Oh, Mediterranean. Okay, yeah. Y'all fancy. Y'all just shorten it. Yeah, we got.
Sorry, that's travel agent speak.
I'm like Medcare, medical.
You're like, what do I need?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So
thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We are so excited that you listened to this, and please go follow Travel Foodie Guyde and, follow Samantha Fabulous Adventures Travel as well. And we'll leave you with our favorite phrase, which is
you float our boat.
Woohoo! All right. See you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.